Good morning, Birmingham. This is the regular meeting of the Birmingham City Council. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. This morning, our invocation will be delivered by Reverend Dr. David Craig, pastor of Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church, Fairfield. And our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilor LaTanya Tate. If you're willing and able, please stand.
Good morning to the council and the mayor. First of all, let me say congratulations for those of you that won re-election, and for those that are leaving, thank you for your service. And let us pray. Father, we come now in the name of Jesus. We honor you and we praise you, to God, for who you are. We thank you for this wonderful city of Birmingham. Lord, you blessed us so many years, and we thank you now, Lord, for a rich history. And now, Lord, we thank you for a bright and promising future, that we'll build a better Birmingham. And so now, Lord, as we gather here in this city council meeting today, I ask you to guide our councilors and the mayor as they deliberate over the affairs of the city. Pray now to God you would give them wisdom and knowledge and understanding, that they may govern with righteousness and with love. Now, Lord, we commend this meeting to you. It's in the mighty and the powerful name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen. Praise God. Salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I'll say special to my counselor, Wardine Alexander, District Number 7. Blessings on you, dear. Thank God for you. Serve well.
Please call the roll.
Councilmember Abbott. Present. Councilmember Clark.
Present.
Councilmember Moore.
Good morning.
Good morning, Councilmember Smitherman.
Good morning.
Good morning, Councilmember Tate. Good morning, Councilmember Williams. Councilmember Woods. Good morning. Council President Pro Tem Alexander.
Good morning, President.
Good morning, and Council President O'Quinn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Council, the minutes are not ready for the April 1st, 2025 through August 26, 2025 meetings. At this time, we'll have communications from the mayor's office. Chief.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, Madam Pro Tem. Good morning to the members of the council. Good morning to the members of the public, all those under the sound of my voice. A few brief updates and a couple of presentations on the mayor's behalf. As a reminder, since city offices were closed yesterday due to the Labor Day holiday, Monday's trash pickup is today, September the 2nd, and all other pickup routes this week are delayed by 1 day. So again, for all of those listening, due to the Labor Day holiday, Monday's trash pickup is today, September the 2nd, and all other pickup routes this week are delayed by 1 day. Critical repair applications to open this week. The City of Birmingham's Department of Community Development will open its critical repair program application window for 2 days only. That's September the 4th and 5th. Through this initiative, 100 eligible homeowners can receive up to $30,000 to address urgent needs, such as roofing, plumbing, or electrical repairs. Community Development hosted a series of information sessions last month in preparation for this application event. For details, please visit www.criticalrepairbham.com or call 205-581-3117. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. India Johnson with the Birmingham Sister Cities Commission, with the Birmingham Sister Cities, and any guests that are with her to please join me at the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, council members. Okay. My name is India Johnson, and I serve as the Program Administrator for the International Dual Enrollment Academy, or IDEA, under the Birmingham Sister Cities International Education Committee. The International Dual Enrollment Academy is an innovative program that offers Birmingham high school students the opportunity to pursue college-level coursework while gaining valuable international experience. Launched in April 2024 by Birmingham Sister Cities in partnership with Birmingham City Schools and Miles College, IDEA focuses on fostering global competency, leadership, and academic achievement by combining traditional education with immersive cultural exchanges. This program prepares students to become global ambassadors, equipping them with the skills and experiences necessary to navigate the interconnected world. The IDEA program is highly competitive. These students are selected based on academic excellence, leadership potential, and passion for global issues. This rigorous process ensures that those chosen are not only strong scholars, but also future leaders prepared to engage in meaningful international dialogue. As program administrator for IDEA, I have the privilege of working with some of Birmingham's brightest young people. Today, I am honored to introduce you to the scholars who are prepared to represent our city abroad. These students earn the highest overall scores in our evaluation process, demonstrating their readiness to serve as global ambassadors for Birmingham. Erica Adcox, she goes to BCS Virtual Academy of Learning. Camille Maiden, Kennedy Jones, they go to Carver. Carlos A. Smith, Maya Lovejoy, and Zakiah Anderson go to Huffman. Griselda McCants, Carmen McCants, Sabria Cargill, and Raymond Young go to J.O. Caden Mansfield, J.C. Wilson, Carlise Robinson, and Jonathan Davis go to Ramsey, and Madison Brown goes to Winona. Through this immersive experience, they will connect with Birmingham's two sister cities in Ghana, Winneba and Apaso, building bridges of cultural understanding and deepening educational ties. This visit is more than a trip. It's an opportunity for students to serve as citizen diplomats for Birmingham, gain firsthand understanding of global history and culture, and bring back lessons that enrich not only their lives, but also their schools, families, and communities. Our efforts through this program seek to broaden perspectives, encourage economic development, and contribute to a more peaceful and prosperous world. Ghana holds a unique place in this exchange. It offers living connection to both deep cultural traditions and modern innovation. For many African Americans, Ghana is also a place of profound ancestral significance. Ghana, for many African Americans, this journey allows our students to connect with a vital part of history, that must be remembered, honored, and shared. As with all our initiatives, this program supports the mission of Birmingham Sister Cities to connect Birmingham with the world through engagement, enrichment, and exchange. Through partnerships built since 2009, we have collaborated with Ghanaian communities to create libraries, support education, preserve cultural traditions, and foster true friendship across continents. Council members, the students you see here today are not only the future of Birmingham, they are the living proof of what happens when we invest in global learning, cultural exchange, and community. On behalf of Birmingham Sister Cities International and the IDEA program, thank you for your continued support to making these opportunities possible. Together, we are preparing the next generation of leaders who will represent Birmingham on the world stage. Thank you.
Mr. President and members of the council, certainly on behalf of Mayor Whitford, we absolutely want to celebrate this dynamic group of young people. Thank you, Ms. India. We have a significant number of our community's leaders who are here. I'm certain that he would want Commissioner Tyson to come up and have a few words. We see Ms. Gwen and Pastor Hamlin, several of our leaders, and so this is how we build the next generation of leaders. Commissioner Tyson?
I would like to thank the city of Birmingham and the city council for investing in these young people. It is so important, not only for them to travel abroad to Ghana, but other countries. I had a unique opportunity to actually live abroad when I was in the military, and it's an experience that you can't even explain. And it opens your eyes to so much that life have to offer. So when they asked me to assist them, it was an automatic yes. It really didn't matter to me where the children came from, or who was actually on the board. But long as I could find a way to invest in the children and their future. And I know they don't want me to call them children, but they babies to me. Because it's something about youth that you can just share so much love to where you can't explain it. Hugs and kisses is not enough. We've got to invest in our young people. And thank you so much for the city of Birmingham, the city council, and the mayor.
Council Clark.
I just want to congratulate everyone and commend the Sister City Commission. Ghana is one of my favorite places I've ever visited in the world. And, you know, what the Ghanaians taught me, well, it's great that they speak English, but what they taught me is that you don't need a lot of material things to be happy. They are the happiest people you'll ever meet. And they don't have a lot of material wealth like we enjoy. So that's one of my lessons. I feel very rich around Ghanaians, and I'm sure you will too. Take some things to trade, like little things, because things that you don't value much. Well, I know Mrs. Amamu will give you all the tips you need, but the places you'll visit are not places that I visited, but now you've got me curious, so I'll be interested to know about the places you all visit if you all will come back and share with us. Just want to congratulate you. It's going to be really exciting. And as Commissioner Tyson said, you know, exposure is everything and having a world view. So maybe you all have traveled the world already, but if you're just starting out, it's life-changing. So congratulations to you and represent us well.
Council Moore. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just also, too, wanted to say congratulations to you all. I know that this will be a transformational experience for you to be able to go and see, you know, how Ghana operates, how the people in that country live, and to just be able to learn from them. I know that in 2019, they had the year of the return, where a lot of African Americans here in the country were going back to Ghana to invest in the country because of, I think 2019 made the 400-year mark that the first slave had been taken to Jamestown, Virginia. And so you all are going to be able to be a part of, you know, that history in terms of being able to step foot on, you know, the motherland, like the soil. And that's a big deal because everybody doesn't get that opportunity. And so I pray that you all really soak that in and you bring that experience back home with you. I know that you all are going to represent us well. I'm glad to see that there are so many schools that are represented. I will say, I do want to make sure that the next time we have somebody from Woodlawn to be a part of it, because I know that the airport is right here in District 4, and that's what you all are going to be flying out of. So, yeah, want to make sure we take care of D4, but congratulations to each one of y'all. All right.
Councilor Smithman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will they be interacting with students that reside in Ghana? Okay. Is it a situation where maybe they will have like roommates at some point with the students in Ghana?
No, ma'am. Last year, they had homestays when we went to Japan, but Ghana is set up differently. They will be in hotels, 2 to a room for the duration in every city we're going to visit.
Okay. I've said this before, I studied abroad in Brazil in college, and actually the last week, we stayed with a Brazilian student. And so I thought that was a different experience, really, and we actually stayed in their dorms. And so it was actually a really good experience to see their lifestyle, what their campus was like. But I'm really excited for them because I was 21 and they're like, what, 14, 15, 16, 17 going. So hopefully you guys will come back and tell us your experience, that somebody will act like as a historian maybe, and come back as give us a presentation showing us.
We definitely have that planned, so maybe we could just come.
Yeah,
and do it.
I would love to see that, but have fun, be safe, and represent us well. Thank you.
All right. I'll just add one other thing. I say often to folks that I get an opportunity to speak to is one of the most valuable things that you can have is perspective. And there is almost no other better way to gain perspective than to, travel to some place that you've never been. It's a big world out there, and folks do things differently around the world, and so it's great to have an opportunity to be immersed in another culture. Just even walking around in another city, seeing how they operate, how their cities are constructed. There's just a huge amount to be gained. Not even speaking of the cultural things that you guys are going to learn. So congratulations, and I agree with Commissioner Tyson, that this will be an experience that you will, will be significant for the rest of your life. I'm saying that now, but you guys, a year from now, will really appreciate that. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council, and again, Godspeed to you all, praying for safe travels. Finally, Mr. President, Madam Pro Tem, members of the council, at this time, I would like to ask our guests with UAB's Lifespan Comprehensive Sickle Cell Center and their foundation members to please join me at the podium. Sickle cell is the most common inherited blood disorder in the United States. A group of inherited hemoglobin disorders, sickle cell affects over 100,000 people in the United States. We would like to bring about awareness of this disorder with a special proclamation that I will read on the mayor's behalf in part. And it reads, whereas sickle cell disease affects over 5,000 people in Alabama, and an estimated 1 in every 11 Black or African American child is born with sickle cell trait, carries of the SCD gene abnormality. SCD can result in the multi-organ dysfunction, significant pain, and early death. And whereas sickle cell disease is chronic but treatable, treatment options are different for each person depending on their symptoms and complications. Acute pain episodes called crisis are a common manifestation of SCD and should be considered a medical emergency and treated appropriately in the emergency department setting. And whereas in partnership with the Lifespan Comprehensive Sickle Cell Center, housed on the campuses of the University of Alabama at Birmingham and Children's of Alabama, the City of Birmingham hopes to make a difference by bringing awareness to others through education, research, and improved treatments in an effort to one day find a cure. Now therefore I, Mayor Randall Woodfin, Mayor of the City of Birmingham, Alabama, do hereby proclaim September 2025 as Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and in the city of Birmingham, and I encourage all residents of Birmingham to recognize the importance of sickle cell awareness. At this time, I'd like to bring up Ms. Sharon Lycos, who will give comments, and then we will conclude the mayor's report. Ms. Sharon?
Good morning. My name is Sharon Lycos. I am the Community Outreach Coordinator at UAB Lifespan Comprehensive Sickle Cell Center. And on behalf of our hematology care team at UAB and Children's City Council, I thank you and Mayor Woodfin for giving us space to acknowledge this month. The most important thing is that this is the month where we give our patients and families a voice and allow them to share their stories of resilience and strength. I have the front row seat along with all of our hematologists, our nurse practitioners, our social workers, child life specialists, education specialists on the adult side and the pediatric side of meeting these families every day. And their stories, next year we're going to have one of them here to share their story. I realized that on my way here this morning. But it's incredible to be a part of this care team here in the state of Alabama. Lifespan means that our adult and pediatric program touches every part of care from infant into adulthood. That addresses sickle cell crisis, pain crisis. It also provides a transition program, becoming an adult with sickle cell disease. That process starts at the age of 12. We have an incredible team that walks with our families every step of the way. Some of the fun things that we're going to do this month to bring together our families is we have partnered with Children's Harbor, and this weekend we have over 25 families attending ages 8 through 14 for a sickle cell family retreat. And then we have a group of 20 volunteers of our staff that will be there and medical team on hand. We will partner also with UAB Arts and Medicine, and they are a part of this to provide listening sessions, art therapy with our families, but also just to enjoy those everyday camp experiences of boating and fishing and hiking and things like that. We also have our off-site clinics across the state. One of the most important things is education and improving access to care in the state of Alabama. Our off-site pediatric clinics are in Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, Opelika. And it is important for us to have a presence in those communities so that our families know, we're here to care for them, but we also meet them where they are when needed. I think that is about what I want, everything I wanted to say. I thank you, and look at our social media channels for patient stories, and thank you so much.
Good morning, council members and Office of the Mayor. My name is Sophia Leverson. I'm the Executive Director of the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America, Central Alabama chapter, and we serve 13 counties in Alabama, including Jefferson County. I would just like to thank you for recognizing Sickle Cell Awareness Month. In addition to affecting all of those across the African diaspora, sickle cells does affect other populations like Hispanics, Asians, and also Europeans. I would like to thank you for shining a light on this disease. Your recognition of the struggles that our warriors and their families go through goes a long way. There will be a lighting up of City Hall as red in recognition for sickle cell awareness from September 2nd to September 14th. So I want to thank all of you for that effort, as well as invite you to our open house, which we are hosting at our facility on 3813 Avenue I on September the 9th from 5 to 7 p.m. All of you are invited. It's a fun, family-friendly event where we invite our clients. We have client testimonials. There are spaces for everyone to interact, to share stories, and also to become more educated on the disease if that is what you wish. We will also, since we serve 13 counties, we'll also be having a sickle cell red party in Talladega on September the 19th at a venue that one of our sickle cell warriors who passed away, her husband built an event center to her. So we will be having an event out there as well. We'll also have a red ribbon day on the lawn where we will assemble a red ribbon to honor all of our sickle cell warriors, both living and deceased. So I wanted to say thank you so much for your commitment to this cause, and we really look forward to future partnerships with you all. Thank you so much for all you do. God bless.
Mr. President, Madam Pro Tem, members of the council, that concludes the mayor's report.
All right, thank you, Chief.
Kinda.
Madam Clerk, all right. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you. Forgive my attire. I'm not supposed to be here. Thank you, Chief Sparks. And by the way, this guy is probably not going to like what I'm about to do, but I want to wish you happy birthday. Today is his birthday. Thank you. He'll deal with me later, I guess. But the reason I wanted to come before you and I thought it was important that I be here is I thought I had more time, but I don't. There's a young man here who I want to come up now, Griffin Lassiter. So this is one of my favorite team members. I'm biased, but I don't mind publicly saying how my affinity towards him goes well beyond his official title capacity and what he does for the city of Birmingham. He is a person that I admire, that I look up to, and that I value. And I'm actually really sad that he is retiring. If I had a magic wand, I would make him stay or something to make him think he wants to stay. It doesn't work like that, so please forgive me. But I'm going to read something in a minute. But before I read it, I do want to publicly say in front of the council and to the general public, all of our employees and the public that are listening, how much I value you and appreciate you. For 25 years of service to the city of Birmingham, various administrations, your intricate role in economic development. So what people don't know is that the things we've been able to accomplish, the incentive agreements we've made, the packages we put together, getting to yes, job creation, retention, and so many deals over the course of decades in the city of Birmingham is due to this young man that would never brag or would never say anything or toot his own horn, but I'm going to toot it for him because he deserves it. And I just want to express to you how grateful I am. So I have something that I'm going to read. I'm not going to give it to you yet, but I'm going to read it. And it states, whereas Griffin Lassiter has faithfully served the city of Birmingham with dedication, integrity, and unwavering commitment to public service. And whereas throughout his career, Griffin has exemplified the spirit of leadership and teamwork, always striving to make Birmingham a stronger, more vibrant city for its residents. And whereas his work has touched countless lives, leaving a lasting impact not only on the departments and colleagues you've worked with, but also on the people of Birmingham who have benefited from your efforts. And whereas Griffin has approached his role with humility, professionalism, and a heart for our community and city, setting a standard for others to follow. And whereas as he retires, the city of Birmingham recognizes and celebrates his many years of service, his contributions to the growth and progress of our city, and his legacy as a trusted colleague, mentor, and a friend. Now, therefore, I, Randall L. Woodfin, Mayor of the City of Birmingham, along with the Birmingham City Council, do hereby congratulate Griffin Lassiter on your retirement. And I encourage all residents to join me in expressing gratitude and appreciation for his service and wishing him joy and fulfillment in his future and next endeavors. Signed by me.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Griffin Lassiter. I serve as the senior project manager, and I'm always supposed to invite you. Chief will get on to. I'll just take a moment, but thank you so much. The term "it takes a village" is no more true than what I've been doing. It takes the council, several councils before you, the mayor's staff, IAO, legal, finance. I'm leaving people out, but it's a true team effort. And we've had some good times, we've had some success, and a few times we wish we could have done better. But thank you very much.
Council Williams?
You know, I've known Griffin for most of my life. I grew up in the same church that Griffin attends. I interned when Larry Langford was mayor at Economic Development with Griffin. And I've really enjoyed the opportunity to have somebody that mentored me be able to work with me here at City Hall, and then finally chairing economic development and getting to work with you in that space. It's rare that you have someone that mentors you that you end up getting to work with. And so that's been really special to me. And so congratulations, and thank you for your insight and everything that you have given me personally, but also the citizens of Birmingham.
Thank you, Council. Thank you.
Councilor Abbott?
We've been here a long time.
That's right, but you have one more year than I do.
Yeah.
But I just want to say congratulations on your decision to retire. I know that people say that when you're ready to go, you know it. So obviously, you knew it. But the city of Birmingham is going to miss your knowledge and your demeanor, the way you conduct yourself. I'm sorry that we haven't seen much of you since in this term, but we used to see you a lot. But I wish you well, but I have to say you're one of my favorite people at City Hall.
Thank you.
Because you're always kind, and if I try to stop you in the hall, you're not looking over your shoulder to see if anybody's going to catch you. And I think that's cute, because once you become an adult, it's like, what you going to do to me if you catch me? So congratulations, we will miss you and the whole city of Birmingham. I hope you leave your phone number so somebody can call and ask you some. So people can ask you some questions like, how the heck did you do that?
Sure. Well,
but
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Councilor Clark?
Well, I'm about to tear up. I haven't seen much of you, as Councilor Abbott said, but just seeing you today brings back so many memories of so many deals, the ones we got and the ones we didn't get. And I'm glad you used everything I taught you.
You did a good job.
No, but we learned so much. And, you had already had a career when you got here. So to give us 25 years, it just says something about who you are. And just to make you laugh a little, I was just sitting here thinking about Barber Motorsports, retaining automobile dealers downtown, going to the shopping centers conference in Las Vegas, and Trinity Hospital, losing that, and then the digital hospital madness with the IDB. That's crazy, but anyway, And then meeting with Lloyd's on 280 about that annexation. Do you remember that day? So Griffin got me indoors. I couldn't have gotten in otherwise because the people didn't want to meet with me. So he was my white alter ego to get me in some doors and in some conversations with people who didn't want to talk to me. But anyway, just really love you and appreciate all you've done for the city. And I think our crown jewel is Barber Motorsports, right?
Thank you, Counselor. You did a wonderful job. My director, she was my boss for a while, and I learned a lot.
All right. Thank you, Griffin.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
All right, Madam Clerk, do we have any announcements of? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Just wanted to follow the mayor's directive to come up and speak on behalf of the department. I am Corey Atehauser. I currently serve as the interim director for innovation and economic opportunity, and Griffin was the first person that I met with when I started with the city 5 years ago to just talk about how I can support him and help him, and he gave me 3 things to remember. I won't say all of them publicly, but he told me 3 things to remember in this work, and I have carried that with me ever since. If you don't know, Griffin is a comedian. Everybody laugh in the office because he always has a morning joke every single time for every last one of us. So not just the whole office, but he has a joking nature with every last one of us, and he calls us all nicknames, and he tries to get involved in everything that the city does and the department does. So we're so very thankful for your willingness to serve all of us and learning from so much history and expertise that you have. There's a lot of times, to Councilor Clark's point, Griffin can come up with an incentive in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, how did you get that quick? But it's because of his dedication to Birmingham and his love for Birmingham and making sure that not only our residents, but our businesses thrive here in Birmingham. So just wanted to say on behalf of the entire team and what you've done to help us grow as a team, but also what you've done to help the city grow, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. This is quick. This is like 60 seconds. Actually, it's 30 seconds or less. I want his entire team to be here to show him some love to the in front of the council and the general public as well. And you're right. I will be calling him personally. Thank you all so much. Love you like a big brother. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Madam Clerk, do we have any announcements of vacancies for boards and agencies?
Yes, sir, we do. The first board is the Cooperative District of the City of Birmingham Southern Research Institute. We have Greg McCormick and Lakeisha Mack. Both of their terms expire October 23rd, 2025, and it falls under the Budget and Finance Committee.
Okay.
Next, we have the Birmingham Planning Commission. We have Stephen Schrader and Sharon Deep Nelson, whose terms expire October 6th. These are 6-year terms. And we also have 2 ex officio members whose terms are going to be expiring October 28th. That's Councilor Abbott and Councilor Tate. And of course, these terms are based on the length of service. This falls under the Planning and Zoning Committee. Next, we have the Birmingham Parking Authority. That's also Lakeisha Mack. That term expires October 31st. It's a 4-year term, and it falls under Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. And lastly, we have the Birmingham Park and Recreation Board. Patrick J. Talley, his term expires October 8th, 2025. That's a 4-year term, and that falls under the Community Development Committee. And that's what we have for October.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All items designated as consent are routine and non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. All items on the consent agenda will be announced by reading the item numbers only. No separate discussion of these items will be permitted unless a council member or the mayor requests the item be removed from the consent agenda. Additionally, a citizen interested in addressing the council with respect to an item on the consent agenda designated for public hearing may request the item be removed from the consent agenda to hold the hearing on the item. Any items removed from the consent agenda will revert to its normal place on the agenda order of business. For remaining matters, all matters of permanent operation will be read and all public hearings will be announced. Please read through the items on the consent agenda.
Yes, sir. The consent agenda starts on page 2 with items 1, 2, 3, and 4. On page 3, we have items 5, 6, and 7. Excuse me. Page 4, we have items 8, 9, 10, and 11. Page 5, we have items 12, 13, 14, and 15. Page 6, we have items 16, 17, 18, and 19. On page 7, we have items 20, 21, 22, and 23. Page 8, we have items 24, 25, 26, 27. Page 9, we have items 28, 29, 30, 31. Page 10, we have items 32, 33, 34. Page 11, items 35, 36, 37. Page 12, items 38, 39, and 40. Page 13, items 41, 42, and 43. Page 14, items 44, 45, 46, and 47. Page 15, items 48, 49, 50, and 51. And page 16, items 52 and 53. That completes the consent agenda.
Do any members of the council wish to remove any of the items from the consent agenda? Councilor Abbott?
Yes. On page 11, would like to remove item 35. On page 12, I'd like to remove item 38. On page 14, I'd like to remove 45 and 47. And on page 15, item 50.
Okay, I'm going to go back through those. On page 11, item 35. On page 12, item 38. On page 14, items 45 and 47. And page 15, item 50. Are all those correct, Councilor Abbott?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have items 2 through 33 that are public hearing items included on our consent agenda. Do any members of the public wish to remove any of those items, items 2 through 33 from the consent agenda? Seeing none, we are ready for a motion on the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right, the consent agenda is approved. Item 35, please.
Okay. Item 35 is on page 11. A resolution amending resolution number 359-25 adopted by the council on March 18th, 2025, under which the council of the city of Birmingham, Alabama, authorized the mayor to execute an equipment finance agreement with Navitas Credit Corp., under which Navitas will provide financing to Traffic and Parking Control Company, Inc., doing business as TAPCO, for parking equipment that will be used by the Birmingham Municipal Court located at 801 17th Street North, Birmingham, Alabama 35203, to assist with parking lot access control and payments for a term of 3 years in an amount not to exceed $345,665, amount financed only, to correct the amount not to exceed to $391,412.88, which is the amount financed plus loan interest.
I move the item.
All right, Councilor Abbott.
My microphone seems to be really working well. I wanted someone to explain what we're doing here. This seems like an excessive amount of money for a gate arm to come up for people to go into municipal court. And I wondered if we treat all places where we have parking access with a financing deal. This just seemed odd. I don't remember ever seeing anything like this on the council before. So what are we doing?
Mr. President.
Mr. Chief.
Yeah. Council, to your question, so what's before the council is to basically take care of an antiquated parking system that we have at the municipal court at the David Van Winkle building. So we're upgrading, which can cause a lot of not just installing a gate that goes up and down, but also the parking sensors that are underneath the concrete. So that's why the amount is so excessive. So to your other point about other facilities that have this type of mechanism, we don't have many because most of our parking decks are controlled by the Birmingham Parking Authority. So we don't have any other surface lots that have gate control access other than municipal court.
Maybe we should let the parking authority handle this too. I don't know, it just seemed like a lot of money. I can't imagine that we collect that much money from parking fees.
Well, if you recall, that system is a coin-based operation. It's been installed for longer than I've been here, and probably you too. So we're just trying to modernize it where people can use credit cards, swipes, coins, dollars to collect more revenue, yes.
Yeah, instead of coins. Do they make coins anymore? Okay, well, I just wondered because $400,000 was a lot of money for parking. Thank you.
All right. Councilor Clark.
I just had a question about the financing part. How and why? I mean, what is that about instead of paying it outright?
So this is a better choice for us to base off of what we were presented by the company that we kind of involved to get us to this point. Like I said, it's more than just installing. It's a lot of digging and a lot of just kind of capital project type of movement with the installation of this process, because what's there is very antiquated, and it's kind of like trying to revamp that entry and exit points for that particular site.
Okay.
So this is kind of like a one type turnkey solution.
Okay, so we're dealing with Navitas and they're going to deal with TAPCO.
Yes.
Okay.
Councilor Smithman.
Thank you. What's the funding source for this? Is this in their budget?
So it was actually approved in the last budget. That
Okay,
approved
I
by
was
the
just
council.
making sure. Okay. And this is just like a one-time purchase? Do we have like
Yes, this is one type, one turnkey. That's it.
Okay, good.
All right. Councilor Abbott.
I would just ask respectfully that if we have a financing source, we put it on the council agenda. That would just simplify our lives so much. And it seems like a relatively easy thing to accomplish. And then no one would have to ask the question. That's all.
Okay,
Thank you.
we're ready for the vote.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right. Item 35 is approved. Item 38, please.
Okay. Item 38, which is on page 12. A resolution accepting the lump sum bid of Bright Future Electric LLC, 3420 Richard Arrington Jr. Boulevard North, Birmingham, Alabama, 35234, in the amount of $194,800 for City Hall exterior lighting upgrades locating at 710 20th Street North, Birmingham, Alabama, 35203, and authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Bright Future Electric LLC in substantially the form contained within the bid documents and in accordance with said bid, providing that the total compensation payable under that contract not exceed the appropriation.
All right, Councilor Abbott?
I just wanted to ask what we're doing exactly. What is included in City Hall exterior lighting? Is this the colored lights that shine on the building when we have weeks of celebration, or does it include the lighting around the building?
Mr. President.
Yes, Chief Mitchell.
Yeah, Council Abbott, to your point, yes, we see the color light as just an add-on, but these are just the exterior lights for City Hall. It has become outdated and antiquated where we can't find any more parts for them. So we just want to upgrade them so we can have vibrant lights for City Hall at night.
Okay, so it's decorative lighting, not necessarily for us to be able
It's the
to.
traditional lighting, but it does have that add-on feature for the color lights.
It glows.
The glows.
So will we improve the energy efficiency when we do
Yes,
this
ma'am.
project?
Absolutely.
Good, thank you.
All right. We're ready for the vote.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Item 38 is approved.
Okay, that next item would be
45.
item 45 on page 14. A resolution accepting and approving the bid of MAK Environmental LLC, Northport, Alabama, for asbestos abatement as needed at the unit prices on file in the Office of the Assistant Purchasing Agent for a period of 1 year contingent upon council approval for the Planning, Engineering, and Permits Department, this being the lowest, most responsive bid submitted.
Move the item.
Second.
All right, Councilor Abbott?
Why does nobody want to bid with us? It's the lowest, most responsive bid because it's the only one we got. The last bid that we just talked about is the only person that bid on it. What is our issue at the city with people not wanting to do business with us? Should we look into that?
Well, I think we do. It's a difficult question to answer. Sometimes it's product, sometimes it's turnaround. So we just accept the bidders that we get, Councilor Abbott. Don't know if that answers your question, but our finance team consistently does look into when we only receive one. Sometimes they look at the specs that we've placed out. They looked at the competitive bids that we've putting out. So we're always analyzing that because we ask that same question.
I mean, this isn't a new thing, but a lot of times we only get one bid, so if they said that it was going to cost us $1 million, you know, I'm sure we wouldn't say yes on this one, but it just seems odd. But the real question was, now that we have this agreement, does that mean we can go ahead and demolish all of these buildings on the demolition list that we keep on telling people we can't tear down because they're full of asbestos? Does that mean we're going to move on them now?
For the ones that we can, yes. For the ones that may have asbestos, we do take those extra steps to protect both the employees that are going in and those contractors. But for the ones that we can, yes, we do. To your question, we are going to go ahead and demo those.
Okay, but this contract is for asbestos abatement.
The abatement, right. So when you say go ahead and demo them, we do have to make sure that we
Well, I
take
know
those extra
these
steps.
people have to get the asbestos out before
Right.
we can demolish them.
Right,
But
that's
the
correct.
ones that have been lingering for 5 and 10 years waiting to be demolished, are they going to move into the queue now that we have this contract?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
They're going to move quickly, right?
Yes,
Into the
ma'am, that's the
queue.
plan.
Good, thank you. Just wanted to confirm, you remember the council's the one that gets the complaints.
Okay,
That's all, Mr. President.
right.
Thank you.
we're ready for the vote.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Item 45 is approved. Item 47, please.
Item 47, also on page 14. It's a resolution approving payment to Myovision Technologies Incorporated, Ontario, Canada, in the amount of $13,476 from Myovision Video Collect Unit, which aids in traffic data collection and management solution for the City of Birmingham Transportation Department in accordance with Section 3-1-7 of the Birmingham City Code.
Second.
All right, Councilor Abbott.
Okay, so I just wanted to know what the Myovision Video Collect Unit is collecting and how it works.
Yes, ma'am, Mr. President, Councilor Abbott, we have Mr. James Fowler who will come in and answer questions that you may have.
Good morning.
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 My name is James Fowler, and I serve as the director of the city's Department of Transportation. So we actually already have one of these units, and I'm excited to be now getting a second one. If you can imagine kind of a nondescript suitcase, that's what this is, and it's got a long pole that comes out of the top of it with a camera on it. It allows us to collect footage at an intersection, and then we can take that back and watch that in our offices upstairs, and we can count traffic and look for potential safety hazards. We've been using the one that we have, and it's great, but we've realized in some of our bigger studies that we need 2 of them. So that's what this is. It's a really great technology. So.
That's wonderful. Thank you. See how easy that was?
Councilor Smithman.
In a related but unrelated question, I know I have gotten a lot of questions about traffic calming updates. Is there any way, especially with this new purchase that we're about to make, we can get updated list on that? For all 9 districts? And I ask that because at neighborhood meetings, since the department heads don't come, it's basically the counselors and our staff that kind of have to answer those questions.
Thank you for that question. So as you all know, traffic calming has been a really popular topic. So we're excited. We've started that program here in Birmingham, and I think some of our surrounding municipalities are looking to us now as kind of the leaders in that. We've got a list of recommendations for how to streamline our program. We're reviewing those now with the mayor's office, and so be on the lookout for some of those recommendations, which we think are really going to help clean up the process and then also allow us to scale up our efforts and what we're doing. So more is forthcoming, and we're reviewing that now.
Okay, thank you, because it's been a minute since we got on the list, like update on certain streets, like being in the data collection phase or the petition phase. And so I just want to be able to answer questions when constituents ask, because a lot of times they'd be like, oh, I want this for speed bumps, and then we tell them, no, your street hasn't finished the petition yet. So just really arming us with that information would be
I
great.
think we can provide that.
Yeah, Joint Chiefs, thank you.
That is one of the things that we've requested from the mayor's office for the September 17th Committee of the Whole meeting. So we'll wait on confirmation as to whether or not that'll be part of our agenda. All right, we're ready for the vote.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right, item 47 is approved. Item 50, please.
Item 50 on page 15, a resolution approving payment to Sansom Equipment Company, Inc., Birmingham, for the purchase of miscellaneous Vector and Elgin sweeper parts and supplies as needed for a period of 1 year for the Department of Equipment Management in accordance with Sourcewell Purchasing Program, contract number 101221-VTR.
Second.
All right, Councilor Abbott.
Yes, last question. The street sweepers. These are parts that we need to get our street sweepers ready for fall. Is that what we're doing? Because the street sweepers have been missing in a lot of our neighborhoods that they used to travel. So I'm assuming it's because they're all broken.
Mr. President, Chief, Council Abbott, we'll provide the council with a list of the dates of when street sweepers go out, but in totality, we have 5 that are currently active. And this item that's before the council will help us get 1 back on the street because we need more parts for it, but
Well, that's good, because the reason that our storm sewers stop up, the biggest reason is they're full of leaves. And if our street sweepers were working routinely, then maybe our sewers wouldn't be stopped up. So it's one problem solving another, or something like that.
Okay.
And we also need to remind people in the neighborhoods that if your streets don't have curbs, the street sweeper can't sweep.
Right.
So if you live on a street with no curbs, you're not ever going to see the street sweeper.
And while we're on that topic, once upon a time, Public Works published a schedule for the sweepers, and that was important because residents then knew, okay, the street sweeper is coming through my neighborhood today. I need to park off the street so that the sweeper can come down and clean the curbs. I don't know that that's the case, been the case recently, so if we aren't currently doing that, then, I'd encourage us to do that so that, again, residents can know when to anticipate those street sweepers coming through. Councilor Smitherman.
And I know it's not cost effective, but even if we have to do it every other month, I think when we send out mailers, letting people know, because we do have older residents and they're not on social media. And I don't even think we do robocalls anymore. So I think that would be really helpful if we sent that out to people. Because I know I've gotten a lot of questions about when the street sweepers are going, they don't come on my street, even though I know that's not true. But just letting people know, and for all 9 districts.
Councilor Clark.
I just wanted to ask if the vacuum trucks, when they service the inlets, can they remove large obstructions like concrete? Is there anything we can do? Because we know the concrete caps break into the channel, and we need the channel to be carrying water.
Chief.
So, Councilor Clark, the vacuum trucks don't have the capacity to do it because most of the time when DPW goes out on those particular issues, sometimes they have to do it by hand or have a different type of equipment to alleviate those type of clogs per se, because if they're not leak related, it can be something else that can be people throw into the gutter or go into the sewer that requires more of some type of equipment that will kind of alleviate that issue outside the vacuum trucks.
They tag team with capital projects and PEP on those, because generally they have to run a camera through the line to see exactly what it is, and if it requires a different kind of machinery, sometimes that's not what those trucks are built to do.
Okay, I was just wondering if we were addressing it, because I know on just cleanups, the stuff I've pulled out, you know, suitcases, basketballs, but then I see those concrete things crumble that we build and put on the top. So I feel like with the kind of rain events we have, we gotta get better at removing obstructions, because, you know, as the mayor says, it costs too much to upgrade the system, but if we could just get it working optimally, and I'm glad to know there's a process, but I think as much of that sort of ongoing preventive maintenance that we can proactively do and get our system performing as well as it can, I think it will help relieve a lot of issues for our citizens. At least, you know, the impact of the rain events will be lessened somewhat.
We're ready for the vote.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Right. Item 50 is approved. Item 54.
Item 54, page 16, is notice to the City Council pursuant to Section 12-14-15 Code of Alabama of the Mayor's grant of pardon to Dwayne Flowers for his 1996 conviction and municipal court case number 005961861.
I know that.
Council Williams.
I understand that that is just a communication from the clerk, and it's doesn't. I guess we don't vote on that. But what's going on?
This is just a notice requirement by law for this type of action, so no action is needed by the council, but this is required.
But we don't have any supporting information on this. So does the clerk know what the conviction was for that we're pardoning?
I'll make sure that you get all the information, but it is for, the case number is on here.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
Council, I believe it should be on your attachments.
Yes.
Can't remember if it's with your attachments or your contracts.
Okay. All right. Sir, did you have an item that we need to reconsider?
Yeah, item 28, I just seen my address down there.
Okay, motion to reconsider item 28.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right, so we'll reconsider item 28. I assume we don't need to read it again?
No, sir.
Item 28, that is on page 8.
It's on
Or page 9, I'm
page
sorry.
9.
All right, yeah, go ahead and read it for us.
Okay. A resolution authorizing the abatement and removal of the following inoperable motor vehicle as a public nuisance existing on the following property, and the cost of removal to be assessed against the registered owner of the vehicle, and the hearing of all interested parties. This was a 4-door Cadillac DeVille, color silver, tag 5348A, A2. The VIN number was unknown, and it's located at 2948 30th Street Southwest, 35211, parcel ID number 012-900-203-015-011-000.
All right, move the item.
Second.
All right, sir, come tell us what you need to tell us.
Well, I got up-to-date tag on it, and I pay insurance every month, but I got to get it fixed.
Okay, and you're the property owner?
I'm the Clarence Broadnax.
Okay, and do you reside at this address?
Yes.
Okay. Chief, do you guys have any conflicting information or?
No, we'll just request a 1-week delay while code enforcement reviews it and get with the property owner. And if we have a resolve, we'll put it back on. If not, we'll keep it off.
Okay, motion for a 1-week delay.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right, so be delayed 1 week, and please see staff to coordinate. Thank you.
All right.
All right, that brings us to our announcements. Councilor Woods, would you like to start us off?
Yes, sir. Good morning. A few announcements. The Apple Valley Neighborhood Association, their meeting for this week has been canceled. The Spring Lake Neighborhood Association will meet on Thursday, September 4th at 6:30 p.m. That meeting is at the library of Huffman High School. There's also a virtual option available if needed. The Echo Highlands Neighborhood Association will also meet this Thursday, September 4th at 7 p.m. That meeting will be held via Zoom. Also want to thank the Black Warrior Riverkeeper and the UAB Honors College, as well as other volunteers who came out last week for the Be Litter Free cleanup. Together we were able to remove over 700 pounds of litter from the area, and so thankful for all those supporting. If you have not had the opportunity to participate yet, stay tuned. We'd love to get you involved for more events coming up this month. The Huffman Transit Station Open House, wanted to just shout out everybody who came out to learn more about that ARPA-funded project. We're excited to kind of see what a plan for that area could be. And so we'll continue working through that and continue providing updates as we go. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you. Councilor Tate.
Thank you, Mr. President. Wylam Neighborhood Meeting Association will meet tonight, 6 p.m. at the Wylam Library located at 4300 7th Avenue. Thomas Neighborhood Association meeting is held tonight at 6:30 at the Greater St. Thomas Baptist Church. That's located at 115 First Street, Thomas. The Civico Finley Neighborhood Association meeting is Wednesday, September the 3rd at 5:30 at the Civico Plant Community Room located at 1500 32nd Avenue North. North Birmingham Neighborhood Association meeting is Monday, September the 8th, 6 p.m. at the North Birmingham Library located at 2501 31st Avenue North. The next public safety meeting will be held on Tuesday, September the 9th at 1 p.m. in the council chamber. Please submit your items by email no later than Wednesday, September the 3rd, no later than 12 noon to gregory.stanley@birminghamal.gov or shanta.cephas@birminghamal.gov. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to contact the office at 254-2302 and 2096. That concludes my announcements, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. Council Williams.
Thank you. Eastwood Neighborhood will be meeting Thursday, September the 4th at 6:30 at their regular place, which is Habitat. Economic Development and Tourism is 11:30 today in conference rooms D and E for those folks. And I guess, do we still have a committee of the whole today?
Yes, we have a committee of the whole meeting at 1.
Okay, so we'll try to get that done real quick.
All right. Okay, and thank you, Council Williams. Pro Tem Alexander.
Thank you very much. These are the announcements for District 7. We have one neighborhood association meeting this week. The Jones Valley Neighborhood Association will meet at 4 p.m. at the Powderly Library. I'd also like to congratulate the newest members of the Leadership Birmingham Class 2026. They will start their journey for the next few months on Friday. And I want to congratulate the newest member, Councilor Clinton Woods. So hope you have a great time. I know it's a very valuable experience, so glad to see you among that group. And also, I received a newsletter from, as you're being a Unum cohort member, and the success on your project. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Councilor Smitherman.
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to Councilor Woods. I was a part of Leadership Birmingham as well, following behind Madam Pro Tem. It is a really great experience. You gain some really good friends, so I look forward to hearing about your experiences. Neighborhood meetings, Oakwood Place is today at 4 at Harrison Park Rec Center. Mason City is today at 4:30 via teleconference. North Titusville is tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Memorial Park Rec Center. The next Budget and Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for this Monday, September 8th at 3:30 p.m. And then the West End Manor is also this Monday, September 8th at 5 p.m. at New Hope Church. And I wish everybody a safe and productive Tuesday. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilor Abbott.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to congratulate all of the people who won their elections last week, and for the ones in runoffs, Godspeed, and renewed energy, because those next 3 weeks will be fun. The next Planning and Zoning Committee meeting for this month is September 10th at 3:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. The Neighborhood Association meeting for tonight is Forest Park, South Avondale at 6:30 p.m. in the Avondale Library. If you have concerns or issues with anything you see that you think is wrong in the city besides police issues, you can call 311, or better yet, download the MyBeHim 311 app so that you can attach photos and the description of your choice. And we ask residents of District 3 to please continue to visit our website for real-time updates and additional information, and that is www.behamdistrict3.com. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. Councilor Moore.
Yes, want to say congratulations to Councilor Wood as well on being inducted in Leadership Birmingham. Let me see, Fairmont Neighborhood Association will take place this Tuesday or tonight at 6 p.m. at Mount Carmel Christ Church. We also have the Brooklyn Heights Neighborhood Association that will take place on Thursday at 1 p.m. at the Brownsville Heights Community Center. Inglenook, Airport Highlands, Woodlawn, and Roebuck will all take place on Monday at 6 p.m. So make sure if you are in either of those neighborhoods that you please attend those meetings. We will not have Community Development Committee today. Again, I repeat, we will not have Community Development Committee today. You are welcome. And the Birmingham Park and Recreation Board will meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Legion Field. I did have a couple of questions for the chiefs that are here. I know that I've been getting a couple of calls about the lights along the Norwood Boulevard. I know that one light, a solar panel light, was put up to be able to just kind of test it out, but still waiting to see when the rest of those lights will be going up. So I don't know if you all have any information about that.
Yeah, Councilman Moore, so we're working with Park and Rec on that initiative. I've worked with Ms. Bennett on the funding shortfall for it, so it's progressing. So we'll give you a better update once I talk to her and make sure that we're still on track for the installation.
Got you. And then I know wanted to get a Pond Vista stormwater update as well. I know that project was something that, just needed funding, and so.
So we'll follow with Ms. Denise Bell. I know that she did provide kind of a status update. We'll make sure we get that to you and also follow up with the neighborhoods on that. We'll get you that.
Okay.
All right.
And then the last one was the West Boulevard. I know a couple of weeks I reached out and made mention about the flooding that takes place with those different culverts over by Roebuck Golf Course and those areas. And so never did get a follow-up on that, but if y'all could give me an update on that as well.
Yes, sir, will do.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right. Thank you, Councilor Moore. Councilor Clark.
Thank you, Mr. President. In District 8, we've got a few neighborhood meetings this evening. The Fairview neighborhood will meet at 5:30 p.m. via conference call, and you can contact our office for the dial-in information. Also, the Thomas neighborhood will meet today. They gather at not Mount Hebron, but another church. Let me just see if I can find it right quick. It's 5th Street Baptist at 153 First Street, Thomas. So that's at 6:30 p.m. tonight. Also, next week, Monday, September 8th, the Tuxedo neighborhood will meet at 5 p.m. at McAlpine Rec Center. And the Rising West Princeton and Inslee Highlands neighborhoods will both meet that evening at 6 p.m. Rising West Princeton meets at the Rising Community Center, and you can call our office for the location of the Inslee Highlands neighborhood meeting. Join the Birmingham Museum of Art and Thank You Books for a special installment of literary art featuring Alabama Poet Laureate Ashley Jones as she launches her much-anticipated 4th poetry collection, Lullaby for the Grieving. Through landscapes of Alabama, the Middle Passage, the Underground Railroad, and personal reflections of love and loss, Jones weaves an elegy for her father and a powerful celebration of resilience, healing, and life itself. A conversation and book signing will follow. The event takes place on September 14th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Museum of Art. Also, save the date for the 3rd annual Blues at the Ballpark. That's happening on Sunday, September 28th. You can come out for some free, excellent down-home blues featuring Mississippi Delta blues great Gary Burnside and the legendary Bobby Rush. The gates open at 2. The show starts at 3. You can bring your lawn chairs and dancing shoes for a great time at Rickwood Field. On a somber note, I want to publicly express condolences to my neighbor, Orville Eiffel, on the sudden passing of his wife, Joan. Funeral arrangements tomorrow, September 3rd. There'll be a viewing from 1 to 5 at Arrington Funeral Home, located at 520 Cotton Avenue Southwest. And then the funeral service will take place Thursday, September 4th at 10 a.m. at St. Paul's Cathedral downtown. That's 2120 3rd Avenue North. And that concludes my remarks. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Council, I want to remind you guys that we have a special call committee of the whole meeting at 1 p.m. Our only agenda item is to discuss the proposed municipal lien foreclosure ordinance. So we'll meet here in the council chambers for that. We have 3 neighborhood meetings this week in District 5. East Lake Neighborhood Association will meet tonight at 6 p.m. at Household of Faith Church. Forest Park South Avondale will meet at 6:30 p.m. at Avondale Library, and Wahoma Neighborhood Association will meet on Thursday at 6 p.m. at the East Lake Library, which has been reopened for a few months now. The next Transportation and Infrastructure Committee meeting will take place on Monday, September 8th at 2 p.m. Here in the council chambers. Agenda items can be submitted to Kimberly Phillips at kimberly.phillips@birminghamal.gov. And this is our final announcement of the taking applications for the Birmingham Jefferson County Transit Authority Board. If you would like to apply, please send your resume and letter of interest to Kimberly Phillips at kimberly.phillips@birminghamal.gov by tomorrow, Wednesday, September 3rd at 5 p.m. If you have any questions, please contact my office at 205-254-2679. Want to acknowledge that the BCRI, in conjunction with the Ballard House project, are commemorating the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act to remember and honor Birmingham champions who fought for the right to vote. This is going to take place Thursday, September 4th. Thursday, September 4th at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute, starting at 5 p.m. with a reception followed by a community conversation and a panel at 6 p.m. For more information and to register, please go to www.bcri.org. The Jones Valley Teaching Farm will, on Saturday, September 6th from 4 to 7, we'll be having an event called Roots on the Ground. It's an afternoon picnic at the downtown farm located at 701 25th Street North to support the Community Garden Project Fund. The event includes buffet food and beverages featuring 10 local chefs from popular Birmingham restaurants, line dancing lessons by Desi Keith of D2 Line Dancing, excuse me, and children's activities led by the education team. Tickets can be purchased at www.jvtf.org. The District 5 and District 9 annual Safe Summer Series concert will take place on Sunday, September 14th at Legion Field. And my staff is telling me to tell everyone to get your boots ready for this trail ride, Southern Blues concert. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a good lineup. All right, and finally, just want to remind folks to take advantage of our 2 farmers markets every Saturday morning at Pepper Place and the East Lake Farmers Market at East Lake United Methodist Church. And that concludes the District 5 announcements. Madam Clerk, we have some folks who have signed up for our speakers list.
Yes, sir. The first person is Antoinette Halsey. Antoinette Halsey.
Go ahead.
Our next person is Ricky Green. Ricky Green. And our last person is Elodie Miller.
Hi, Ms. Miller, as you approach the lectern, please remember to state your name and address.
Yes, sir. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Elodia Miller. I live at 3745 Pine Avenue Southwest. And I want to ask, first of all, are photos allowed to be passed so that you all can see them? Is that allowed?
Yes, ma'am.
This is my first time. To whom do I? Okay. Yes, sir. Pleasant to see you. As I stated, my name is Elodia Miller, and I'm a citizen of Birmingham, Alabama. The first photos, hopefully, that you all will see, front and back, it's about illegal dumping in my area. Starting at 39th Street and Mineral Avenue. I live in the Riley Trevelick side. Across is Graceville Heights, Winona, etc. You will see February the 5th, these were designated days by the city that told us that they would pick up. February the 5th, March the 6th, March the 20th, and May 15th. I have my calendar, but you will see that the trash, the brush, it started as brush, and they have trash bags, and I've called prior to Easter. This was before Easter, and we've called after. That trash has been there, and then in the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, you see furniture thrown out. Furniture. And it seems we cannot get that trash or that particular item, all of that picked up. This has been since February the 1st. And this is now what, September the 2nd? The next is a fire hydrant. I've never seen this in our neighborhood, and I just took the photos last week. It is directly at 39th Street and Gray Avenue. And everybody, Jefferson Avenue is a well-known street. Jefferson Avenue in our district. It turns into, you can take Jefferson Avenue, go all the way into Bessemer. The next is a paved alley in my neighborhood. And it's at my property, 3921 Walnut Avenue. I am 5'5". If you look at it, the weeds have grown through the pavement, and it's taller than I am. And it's in my calendar. I didn't get a chance to put that down. But it's directly, the alley is between Walnut Avenue and Willow Avenue. That's Walnut and Willow. Then you will see the fire truck. That particular fire truck got stuck in April of 2021. We have asked, some of my neighbors have passed away, asking the city to widen and to get that street better. The street is narrow, but yet two automobiles can go down there. There was once a county truck. They had just bought that truck. You could tell it was new. And the gentleman went to make a left turn at that exact same intersection where you see the truck. And he messed up something on that truck, and they could not pull off. And I realized that it costs a lot when the wrecker has to come and hook up and pull out. I'm just addressing you all as a citizen, but it hurts when you ask sometimes, and I had to get myself together before I came back in. I stepped out for a moment. 10 years. 10 years. And when I say 10 years, that was the prior administration and this one. Grass have grown into the street, has taken over parts of the street of Myrtle Avenue and Bessemer, right off of Jefferson. And I just come before you all asking, can we get something done? The gentlemen come through, they will bypass sometimes. They will go and get brush, and we realize that besides brush, you're dealing with derbies. But they are cordial to us when I approach them. They're very cordial. They're just doing their job. But I don't think it should take this long for us to keep asking that brush and trash be picked up. And I appreciate you all listening. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Pro Tem Alexander.
Mrs. Miller, thank you for bringing this information and bringing the pictures to support the things that you're seeing along these areas. I know in some cases we have had the opportunity to escalate some of these, but I know that we have residents that are along that path, Jefferson Avenue, and I agree with Ms. Miller, we do have a problem with picking up and being consistent in how the bulk trash is picked up in that area. I know along Bessemer and Gray Avenues, there's been work there in the past, but those areas need attention. So if you all could do anything to assist Ms. Miller and those residents, it would be greatly appreciated.
Once again, thank you all.
Chiefs, just a question on the illegal dumping issue. Is when Public Works goes out to clean up those sites, do they try to collect any information, especially when it involves household waste, then there may be, pieces of mail or other things included in that indicate where that comes from? Do they document that?
So they do, and two things. Thank you for Ms. Miller's comments. She met with Josh Yates prior to coming in, so we'll make sure we do some tracking on those. So yes, and there's a coordinated effort between both Public Works, BPD, and our code enforcement crews when they do go out to these illegal dump sites to try to gather data and then coordinate as much as they can with either our DNAT team or follow up on what we can legally engage on based on what we learn. So yes, they do collect that. They do report it up to us. Now it's just the methodology of how we do enforcement of those folks once we find out who's doing what. But yes, they do, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. All right, that concludes our public speakers. I want to thank Officer Square for being with us this morning, as always, and Council Williams.
All in favor?